All right, let's talk about Rome. If you've ever been, you know that feeling. The food is just magical, right? But what if you could actually bring that magic home with you? Not just a memory, but the real thing. Well, that's what we're going to dive into. How to pick the perfect cooking class in Rome's amazing Trastevere neighborhood so you can bring a slice of the Eternal City right into your own kitchen.
And this phrase, it just hits the nail on the head. Think about it. A great meal in Rome, it's amazing, but it's over in a few hours. But learning the skill to make that meal, now that is a souvenir that lasts a lifetime. It's about switching gears, from just being a tourist who eats the food to someone who can actually create it. Someone who gets the culture on a whole new level.
So here's the big question, right? You've had that plate of pasta, that carbonara that just blew your mind, or that cacio pepe that was so simple but so perfect. How do you actually take that experience home? How do you make that magic yourself? Well, the answer, my friends, is hiding in plain sight, down the cobblestone streets of one very special part of Rome.
Yep, we're talking about Trastevere. This neighborhood, it's so much more than just a pretty picture. It is the living, breathing heart of real Roman food. It's like the epicenter of culinary tradition, just jam-packed with cooking schools that completely get the soul of Italian cooking. So let's dig in and see what that actually looks like.
And this is where the real value is. Seriously, think about it. A restaurant meal is a one-time thing. A cooking class, that's an investment. It's a skill you'll use for all your future dinner parties. Or just for a quiet Tuesday night when you want to make something incredible. You're learning to share a story through food. It's the gift that just keeps on giving.
Okay, so what are we even talking about learning here? Well, it all comes down to what's been called the holy trinity of Roman pasta. You know them: carbonara, amatriciana, and cacio pepe. These three are the absolute pillars of Roman cooking. The ingredients are super simple, but oh man, it is all about the technique. If you can master these three, you've pretty much cracked the code on Roman pasta.
All right, so I bet you're thinking, okay, I'm sold. But there are so many options. Where do I even begin? Totally get it. And don't you worry, we've got you covered. We've broken everything down into a super simple, personalized guide. So instead of just throwing a long list at you, we've organized it based on what kind of traveler you are. It's all about finding your perfect match.
Okay, think of this as your quick and dirty cheat sheet. Super easy. Just look down the list and find yourself. Are you the full experience seeker? Do you want to go all in? Or maybe you're the family fun seeker, looking for something the kids will love. Just spot your persona, and this table will point you in the right direction. Let's break down a couple of these, shall we?
So if you're that full experience seeker, you're basically choosing between these two heavy hitters. Both of them start at the San Casimato market, which, by the way, is an amazing experience all by itself. But here's the main difference. Fabiola's Cooking Day is a deep dive into pasta. You're going to learn to make 3 different kinds from scratch. Rome with Chef, on the other hand, is about the whole shebang, a full 4-course meal that you'll feel confident making again back home.
Okay, but what if you're not a food nerd and your main goal is just to have a blast? Well, who are you with? If you've got the family in tow, Eat and Walk Italy is a no-brainer. It's super high energy, you get your hands dirty making pizza and gelato. I mean, what kid wouldn't love that? But if it's a romantic trip for 2, you'll probably love Chef Andre's Kitchen. The vibe is way more cozy and funny with lots of wine and classics like fettuccine and tiramisu.
All right, now let's talk to the serious home cooks out there. The big question for you is, are you about the science or are you about the soul? Grano and Farina is for the food geek. If you want to know why things work, the science of flour, fermentation, all that good stuff, that's your spot. But if you're a purist, Leal's Masterclass is where it's at. This is where you learn the old school, non-negotiable rules. You know, how to make a real carbonara, which means no cream, ever.
And hey, maybe you have a very specific craving. We've got you. If you're already a pro at basic pasta, why not try the ravioli workshop to master filled pasta? More of a wine person? Inoteca Trastevere has you covered with food and wine pairings. Just have a sweet tooth? There's a quick 2-hour class just for tiramisu. And get this, there's even a pizza masterclass in an actual 17th century palace if you've got a big group. So yeah, there's something for everyone.
Okay, so you've probably spotted your perfect class by now, and you're getting excited. Awesome. But hold on, before you rush off and hit that Book Now button, I've got a couple of super important tips to make sure everything goes off without a hitch.
It's just a simple 2-step checklist. Number 1, plan ahead. Seriously, these classes fill up fast. You're going to want to book at least 3 or 4 days out, especially if you're going during peak season, like from May to September. And number 2, and this one is crucial, tell them about any dietary needs right when you book. whether you're gluten-free, vegetarian, whatever. Most places are happy to accommodate, but they need to know ahead of time. Making gluten-free pasta isn't something they can just do on the fly.
So you do it. You go through all the planning, the chopping, the kneading, and of course, the amazing eating. But when it's all over, what do you really walk away with? Well, that brings us right back to the very beginning.
Because let's be real, the best souvenir you're going to bring back from Rome isn't some little trinket that's going to collect dust on a shelf. No way. It's a smell. It's a taste. It's a skill. It's that feeling of confidence when you fill your own kitchen with the smell of fresh pasta and amazing sauce, and you get to recreate that Roman magic for your friends and family. It's proof that an experience is always, always more powerful than an object.
And that really just leaves one last question. For you, when you get back home, with these new skills under your belt and that incredible taste of Rome still fresh in your memory, what's the first thing you're going to cook? Is it going to be that perfect, creamy carbonara? That rich amatriciana? Your Roman story is just beginning, and you're the one who gets to write it.